It's Thomas Mulready from CoolCleveland.com, and we are here today still in Cleveland getting ready for a big adventure on the Startup Bus, which leaves on, the bus leaves actually on Tuesday the 6th. However, we're getting together Monday in Columbus, Monday the 5th. There'll be a reception Monday night in Columbus with some tech entrepreneurs, and then we'll be taking a tour of a lot of the cool entrepreneurial hotspots of Ohio, in Youngstown and in Columbus, and then we head down to Cincinnati. And then we have 72 hours to create a startup company and to create a prototype and a business model, and then we present that, we pitch it when we arrive in Austin for the South by Southwest conference. That'll be on Friday the 9th. Some of us will get selected to pitch venture capitalists that are there to help fund some of these companies. So it's an exciting project. It's called Startup Bus. We're in the third year of that project. This is the first time I'll be riding the bus, and I wanted to sort of bring along our technology community, our entrepreneurial community. Earlier today we were down at the West Side Market, and what I thought we'd do now is let you know how we're preparing for this trip, because even though it's come on very quickly. I mean, we only found out about this literally a couple days ago, made all the arrangements, and now we're pulling together all the stuff that we need. And a lot of what we need is technology, because we're going to be going live as we are now to the internet at noon and at 4 o'clock. We're going to shift it back an hour on CoolCleveland.com, and you'll be able to log on to this page and see these videos live at noon and 4 p.m. Eastern every day from now until Saturday the 10th. And then with our partners, Western Reserve PBS, we're going to be cutting into their program live at 6:57 p.m. Eastern, right before the news hour. Luke Frazier, the host of Neotropolis, and I will have a quick conversation for just a couple minutes about what we did that day on the bus, and I'll be updating him, and I'll be updating the Western Reserve PBS viewers. And we're doing this actually from the iPhone 4S, which is able to Skype, of course, and it's also able to use the software that we're using now called Quick, Q-I-K, which allows us to go live to the internet. So a lot of the tools we're using are not so expensive. Of course, some of them have some cost to them. An iPhone, we estimate costs, it probably costs you more than $1,000 a year, obviously, to have an iPhone and a data plan. But a lot of these things that we are going to be bringing aren't that expensive, and I thought it might be interesting to go through some of the technology that we'll be using here on this trip. For example, since I'll be by myself and I won't have a camera person, I'll be using a tripod like this. When I can, I won't be able to use it on the bus because it'll be too bumpy, so I will do a lot of handheld. But this is a high-low tripod that can go up high to eye level. It can go down low. This is also a little tripod, and this piece is pretty cool. You can see that the iPhone slips right in here, and it allows it to attach to any tripod mount. So that's very handy as well for getting the iPhone to do video. And of course, you always need lighting, and these LED lights are very handy for video. And by stacking them, we can get 1, 2, or 3, and you can see how it mounts to its tripod also. So these LED lights, they're made by SEMA. They're very handy. They're a little expensive. They're maybe $60 each, but those are very, very good for a lot of different lighting conditions. And of course, a little grip tripod like this that will allow you to grip onto unusual objects. Your iPhone case. Hopefully we don't lose our iPhone. And I want to show you this lens that we're using, because it's kind of cool. You notice how I can come in close and it's sort of a wide angle or fisheye lens. I'll take it off and I'll show you this lens. It's called the Aloe Clip, and it has a fisheye on one side, it has a wide angle on the other, and it has a macro if you unscrew that. And so by slipping that right over the iPhone, you see the effect that it gets, and I think it's a cool effect, especially when we get in that bus. You'll be able to see all the folks around me in the bus. What's interesting is everything that we're using now, of course, is charged by USB. The iPhone, we've got the iPad we'll be using, we'll have a laptop. But a lot of things do need to be charged, so this battery backup that takes the 5 USB, and it can charge the Bluetooth, which is how we'll be running our audio for air on broadcast on television, and it'll charge up the iPhone, it will charge up the iPad, so that's very handy. And it's interesting that that technology of just a couple years ago that was really cutting edge, we're either hardly using it all or we've totally abandoned it. So a lot of the cameras that I was using just literally months ago, we're no longer using. I'm bringing this as a backup, which is a really slick little Sanyo Exacti camera that I've shot a lot of Cool Cleveland videos on. However, because now we're using the iPhone, it has a better camera, and from the iPhone we can upload quickly and go live like we are now. Stuff like this, or the flip cam, which we love this camera. I have a very warm spot in my heart for this, and it's very useful, and it takes about an hour's worth of video. I'm going to bring this, easy to slip in the pocket and grab some extra stuff, and but the quality is not as good, the audio is not as good, and again the iPhone does a better job, but sort of as a backup now, this last generation. And I don't want to neglect a good digital SLR camera. The Rebel XS is sort of it's a basic level, but it does give super high quality stills, and we will be putting up photos to Flickr and to our blog. So to get those really high quality shots that you can only get with a digital SLR, that's still very necessary. So we are also using some lavalier microphones to get some better audio. We'll be experimenting with that. So really this whole trip is an experimentation in technology. It's an experimentation in entrepreneurship. We don't know what we're going to end up with here. We don't know if this company will even form one, or if we get enough ideas or enough information on the bus being isolated, flying down the road at 60 miles an hour with 30 other people that we just met literally hours ago. But it's an experiment, and we're going to learn along the way, and we're going to share that education with you, with our viewers. So log on to this page and watch our live video broadcasts on the internet at coolcleveland.com, and then check out our live broadcasts with WRPM, Western Reserve Public Media, Western Reserve PBS at 6:57 p.m. every day, Monday through Friday next week, or I'm sorry, Monday through Thursday of next week. And we'll keep you updated as to how we're getting along, both with creating the business and with our technology. So we'll catch you later. We'll talk to you again tomorrow. And check us back here at noon and 4 p.m. Eastern every day. And we'll see you then. It's Thomas Mulready from coolcleveland.com.